you're scaling first.
No,
And
I don't want to start. I don't want to start because for one, I just got out that tenderest debate, and the way how I argue Byakuya is going to depend on how you like scale start. So
what? Okay, well, okay. We got a clan member in here. Anyway, so I guess if I were okay, I'm gonna start. Anyway, so I would just say Byakuya scales to which of the spotter did he fought? He fought like number 9 or some shit. So I say he scales to that guy. Starkk scales well above that nigga, and he would just like speed blitz Byakuya, and that's my scaling.
You are so funny. Okay. So
Okay, you go.
okay. So there's like two ways you can argue against it. You can say that the Espada aren't based on like power rankings. That they're just based on like their overall ability set. And Eisen just considers like I don't know what's his ability, like spamming steroids to be more useful than like mind hacks, I guess. But he doesn't have to Starkk doesn't have to be stronger. And the reason for that is because Byakuya later on goes on to fight Yami, who's number 0, which would by that logic just be above Starkk. So either you can either say it's not based on strength, or Byakuya got stronger, which I'm also fine with that. Like we know you can get
okay.
stronger.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
So I have two. Basically, it's gonna be in one. So you said that the ranking system is based off of their abilities, and your evidence for that would be Yami being type 0 and scaling above Starkk. That's your evidence.
Well, my evidence would be that the fact that we know that I'll give an example. We know that Ukiura is 4, right? And Eisen has like Baragon, Horrible, and Starkk placed above him. You agree?
Wait, what'd you say?
My evidence for that is the fact that there's a blatant power difference between most of the lower and higher ranking Espada, to where some of the lower ranking Espada can be comparable to the higher ranking.
Which rankings are comparable to the higher rankings once again?
So for example, Ukiura is stronger than all the Espadas except for Yami.
Prove that.
Okay, so you understand Yami only hangs around with Ukiura because of his strength, right?
Do you have any like evidence for that? You can send it to me.
I'll post it. Like he just blatant. It's in one of the data books. It says the only reason why Yami hangs out with Ukiura because he valued his strength.
All right, well you can send it. Also, you can continue your scaling while you're looking for that.
Yeah. So basically, by that logic, that implies Ukiura is above the other Espadas, since Yami doesn't hang out with them. He only hangs out with Ukiura.
Okay, so here's the issue. You said he only hangs out with him because he admires his strength. Now, when in that statement does it say that he only hangs out with him because he's the strongest out of all the Espada? Like, how can you say that?
If he's only hanging out with you because of strength purposes, and it clarifies he only hangs out with Ukiura, that would imply that the other Espada don't meet this strength requirement.
Okay, so why can it just be that Ukiura is just like one of the only people that just want Yami around them? Like, because you're making this weird claim that you're like, well, the data book says he admires him for his strength. Therefore,
it's not that Ukiura wants him around. It's the fact that Yami followed him.
Okay, that's cool. He's following him around because he's strong, so therefore that means he's the strongest. Like, I feel like that's a big leap in logic. Why can't it just be that Ukiura, being ranked number 4, he's one of the strongest Espada, therefore Yami wants to follow him around? I don't see where you can just say that he's automatically the strongest. Like, where do you get that from?
It literally clarifies that he's only following him.
He never really liked any of the other Espada very much. He only hung out with Ukiura because he has... Bro, what is the statement?
It is saying that he only followed Ukiura because of strength, right?
And because he had some respect. It
clarifies in the top scan that he doesn't like the other Espada. And if he only likes Ukiura because of his strength, that would imply that Ukiura is stronger than the other Espada.
No, it would not. So I'm reading the scan.
Why does
I'm going to read the scan. I'm going to read the scan, all right? So it says he never really liked any of the other Espada very much. He really only hang out with Ukiura because he had some respect for his strength. He just sees him as a strong opponent. You can't just make this absurd claim with no other evidence besides this statement. It's 100% absurd.
Yeah, what does it say about Yami liking the other Espada minus Ukiura? He doesn't like them, right? That's what it says. He doesn't like the other Espada, right?
He said, yeah, so he doesn't like them very
Why
much.
does he like Okuyor? Why does he like Okuyor? What does it say? Why
Because
like
he has some respect for his strength. You
okay,
think he can't
now
have some respect for the other people's strength? Like, what are you trying to
yes,
say?
yes. Because it literally clarifies he only follows him because of strength. And if that's the
He's so
case, if
he's
Okuyor
strong.
wasn't
That's so
strong,
vague. Never does it say he's the strongest. It literally just
oh
says
my
that he's
god, you
strong, and
obviously
that's
do
why he
not
hangs
understand the
around him.
argument. You don't
What do
understand the
you?
argument. The
No, no,
argument,
you know, you're
the
trying to
argument,
manipulate
the
this
argument
statement to
is that
something much
Yami
bigger than
only
it
follows you
actually
because of
is.
strength. That's literally it. He obviously only follows you because of strength. He
That's cool. I'm not
okay,
disagreeing with
so
that.
okay.
Oh
If you're
my.
not familiar with that, then wow, that's crazy.
Hey, no, no, dude, no, no. Okay, you're okay. I don't disagree that he follows him because he's strong. I disagree with your claim that whoever Yami decides to follow around is going to be the strongest.
I'm
You
not
have
saying
no.
I'm saying the strongest in comparison to other Espada minus Yami.
So that's exactly what he said. The strongest. That's exactly what
Now,
he said.
I'm clarifying. So you're just trying to don't you just say like Ukiyor above Yami because I didn't claim that. I'm just saying strongest compared to other Espada.
That's that. Okay, that's really nice, but it nonetheless. You're trying to make this claim that he scales up. He's, dude. I have a big issue with you trying to make this really vague statement about him
Bro, it's
saying he
not
has
vague.
some
It's pretty
respect for his.
direct.
It's not
It
even.
really,
Dude,
if you
it
read
is so funny.
it says he doesn't like the other Espada, but the only reason he follows with Ukiyor because he respects his strength. That implies that he doesn't respect the other Espada's strength. That's not
No,
vague. That's not
no, it
vague at
doesn't.
all.
That
That's not
doesn't imply that at all.
okay. If he only respects you because you are strong, but he doesn't like the other Espada, what does that mean?
Dude, he never said he doesn't respect the other Espada. He just said he never
Nigga,
didn't like the
that's
other Espada. There's a
implicit.
big
Do you know what the
difference.
implicit statement is?
There's a difference between respect and liking. Holy
Oh
shit. Are
my
you
god.
so dumb?
Okay.
Are you a
So
brainlet?
in
Like,
order
what are
to
you trying to
respect
say?
somebody, you have to like them, right?
What'd you say?
In order to respect somebody, you have to like them, right?
No. Well,
No.
no.
Let's get the
Where
definition
do
of
you get
respect.
this idea that you have to like someone to
Let's
have
get
some
definition of
respect for
respect.
them?
Let's get definition of like. It's just gonna like argue.
I'll just look it up, bro. I'll look it up, dude. I got you, homie.
Calm down.
I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm
You're
chill.
yelling. Chill out.
Okay.
Respect, by definition, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something, based upon qualities or abilities. The abilities in
So
this context, the abilities in this context would be strength. That's what it clarifies.
so
Let's look up like.
so here I can give you an analogy. Okay, so I can say, well, I don't really like this person at all. I don't like their personality or anything like that. But I have respect for their strength. Do you think that statement I just said is an oxymoron?
I think that
If it's not an oxymoron, then my claim still makes sense.
I think
So
that Yami in this day and age, right, and even in this
day
statement,
and age.
is
Okay.
literally on is this state clarifying that he only follows you because of strength.
Okay, that's not what we're on right now. Because you
No,
tried to
that's
derail
what
it
I'm
to this.
saying.
No, 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 no.
Because
Be
it
quiet.
literally
No,
says
no, that's not where we're. Son, dude, Ghetto Jin.
says
If you're gonna
doesn't like
interrupt me
his
while I'm
father,
talking,
doesn't like his
this
father,
is not gonna
respects his
work
strength.
out.
Doesn't like his father, likes his strength. Doesn't like his father, likes his strength. That implies that he only follows you because how strong you are.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Nothing else. Any other
Okay,
interpretation I do not care for.
okay, okay. I'm gonna restate what I said. So I said, would it be an oxymoron for me to make the statement that I don't like someone very much, or I don't like their personality at all, but I have respect for their strength? Is that an oxymoron to say I don't like someone, but
I'm
I
not
have
going to address
respect for
that
their
because
strength?
I clearly know what's
It
happening now.
no, because this is
Where can you
directly what
please
we're
show me
no
where it says
because you tried
personality?
to say that
Can you
like
please
and
show me where it
respect
says
are analogous,
personality?
and then I went on
Yeah,
to this
like and
analogy.
respect are
So
analogous.
unless
They
this
are
analogy
analogous.
is not an unless it
They
is
are
an
analogous.
oxymoron, my
They are
claim would
analogous.
still
Like
would
and
stay.
respect
So
are analogous.
what are you
Yes
gonna
or
say,
no?
Ghetto Jin? Are
Like
you
and
not gonna
respect are
address it?
analogous. Yes or
Are you
no?
not gonna
Like and
address it?
respect are analogous. Yes or no? The
What?
definition of a like, definition of like, having the same characteristics or qualities as similar to. That's obviously not the definition they're using. Um, used to draw attention to nurture or action of event. That's obviously not the definition they're using.
Give me 1 second.
What
Uh,
definition they're using? Let's
look at
see.
the definition of.
No, using reference to a person, thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so like he's like he was just
I
saying.
think that
Okay,
statement implies
so
just like a spot.
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Doesn't like you.
I can't. Okay, so I just went to the wait. Which dictionary am I in? Well, like it doesn't really matter. You could just take my word for it. But I look for all the synonyms for like, and not one of them happens to be respect. So here's the issue. Okay, you're saying they're analogous. I checked the synonyms. None of them implies respect. Okay, shut up. Shut up. None of them state respect. I then go on to give you an analogy as to how what you can not like someone but still have respect for one of their qualities. I then proceeded to ask you, do you think that's an oxymoron? You proceeded to evade the question and not
Yes,
answer it.
I
So now
evaded
I
such
have
a
2
statement.
lines of reasoning against you.
I evaded
And
the
then
question because this statement is literally is direct as shit. I do not like 21 debaters because you guys are the fucking debate goons. You do not take statements
debate
at face
goons? Do
value.
you think you're not,
Yes,
dude?
it literally says he doesn't like the Espada. It literally says that, but he only follows Upior because he respects his strength. So that would imply that he only likes you because of a strength thing. But no, obviously, like has to be something else, even though it says he doesn't like you and he only respects you because of strength. But no, that's obviously not the case because definitions just always changes. Like, shut up. Oh my
Okay,
god.
Ghetto Gen. All right, so are you gonna address my 2 counter
I'm
arguments
gonna
you
ape
made, or
on
are
you.
you
I'm
just
gonna ape
gonna
on you.
keep
I'm
going
gonna
on
ape
your
on you. I'm
own
gonna ape on you. I'm gonna
interpretation
ape on you. I'm gonna
of
ape on you.
like and respect? Because like,
I'm
oh,
gonna
you
ape on
gonna
you.
say you're
I'm gonna
gonna
ape on you.
mute
I'm
me?
gonna ape
I
on you.
waited
I'm
for
gonna
you to
ape on you.
finish. Because as of
What?
right
I
now,
did not
you
say
have
mute,
not
so I don't
proven
know
that
why
like and
you said
respect
that.
are analogous. I've given you evidence, and I gave you evidence and an analogy as to
Yeah,
why they
so
wouldn't be
it literally
analogous.
says
So
that he doesn't like the Espada, but he only follows Ukiura because of strength. So the basic conclusion would be that Ukiura is stronger than the other Espada. That's the basic
dude,
conclusion.
already explained to you that he cannot like them, but he can also have respect for them as well. He says he has
Prove
some
that.
words. It's not even.
Prove that
It
prove
literally
he
is so
respects
vague.
your
It
strength. Prove
says,
he
"Are you
respects
gonna
your
keep
strength. Prove he
interrupting
respects
me,
it.
or are you gonna
Prove
keep
he respects
interrupting
it.
me?"
Prove he respects it. Prove he respects it. Go ahead and prove he respects your strength.
Dude, okay, be quiet, be quiet. I never said. I said.
Can I get a
I said
statement?
no, no,
Can I
no.
get a
Be
statement that he
quiet,
respects
be
your
quiet.
strength?
I said
Can I get a
no. I
statement?
never
Yo,
made.
Can I
yo,
get a
Dude, I'm
yo,
gonna
statement?
yo,
Can I get a
yo,
statement that he
yo,
respects
yo,
your
yo,
strength?
yo, Jin,
Can I get a
obviously.
statement? Can I get a
Jin,
statement? Can I get
Jin,
a statement
Jin.
he
The
respects
boy
your
was
strength?
mid-sentence. There, bro.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
You
I don't
don't
care.
care?
I don't care. I don't care. No.
So
If this nigga's gonna ape, you already know
I
he's
just
losing
got
the
done
argument. He's
fucking
getting his
doing what
pants
I just
pulled
got
off
done
and
doing the
getting
bullshit. We're not doing the
like
bullshit
the
now.
boy's like pulling this nigga's pants off and like paddling this nigga with like
That's
exactly,
broomsticks or
because
fine.
he
I
something.
don't
attacks
care.
the
I
Like
don't
fucking
get
care.
this
I
nigga
child,
don't
out of
care.
here,
I don't
bro.
dude.
care. I
This
don't care.
nigga's
I
ugly.
don't care.
He doesn't even say
William,
like
it literally says
absolute
that he doesn't
respect.
like the
He literally
Espada,
just
but
said,
he only
"Yo,
Yo,
follows
y'all
Ukiyo
listen
because
to
of
the
his strength.
same nigga that said
or
metal
like,
Ukiyo
bat
is
was
also a part of the
fucking
Espada. Like, what the fuck is wrong
Infinite
with you?
3D. Y'all
Nigga,
listen to that
boy
same
is
nigga that said
watching
metal
this
bat was
nigga
Dude,
right
Infinite
if you
now.
want
3D,
to go
nigga.
on
Get the
these
fuck out of here, nigga.
wild analogies or these wild situations, I can go on a wild situation too. I could say all he said was some respect for him, implying that either one, Yukaori is weaker than Yami, or there's someone stronger than Yukaori because he only said some. So like that would imply
No,
there's
that can only just mean that what? What? Some does not mean the other Espada. Okay. Okay.
no. I was
Some
literally
does
going
not
by
mean
you
the other
that
Espada meet the requirements because it literally clarifies that he doesn't like the Espada, but he only follows Ukiora. So that implies
he's not
Ukiora is in a bubble.
analogous.
That implies he's in a bubble. He's by himself. So he's the strongest. But nah,
Ghetto Gen,
obviously the
Ghetto Gen,
other interpretation is right.
Ghetto Gen. Like and
No, I'm
respect
eating.
are
I'm
not
eating. I'm
analogous
eating.
for
I'm
No,
not
this.
calming down. I'm
Dude,
not calming down. I'm eating.
I'm gonna, dude.
bro, you
Okay,
guys, hold
chill.
up, wait,
Okay,
wait,
Ghetto
wait,
Gen,
guys.
Ghetto
You
Gen.
guys should
For
just like
this statement to
really
be true,
circulate.
for what you're trying to say to be true, like and respect must be analogous.
Well,
Because,
okay.
like I said, just because he doesn't like them, that doesn't mean he can't have respect for them. I gave you evidence as to why like and respect wouldn't be analogous. You have yet to refute them. You're literally just going on a tangent like a child. I try to tell you something, you interrupt me. You sound so
Okay.
dumb, and we're
So
going circular. So I would literally
Oh
just
y'all,
bring it
oh
to a
y'all.
the
you're
This
going
statement,
boy
no no
beating
no
the
there's
fuck
no
out this
judge
nigga. Oh
anyway,
my
so I don't know
god.
why
no
you
we're
said
going.
that.
Oh yeah, we can't even
Yeah.
bring it to a judge because okay
I
fine.
don't
If
want
we're
you. I
just
don't want you to
recording
be a
it, then there's
judge.
no
I do
bro.
not
Is
want you
this
to be
your
a judge.
only
Yeah,
train
I just want to end this debate
Since
after
I was here for this
after
nigga,
we're
man,
done.
on entire second point,
Say it
I will
again.
say
Bro,
the boy was
everyone just
raping this
talking over
nigga,
each
you
other.
know, like sexually
Yeah, I'm
assaulting this
aping. I don't
nigga.
care.
Jin,
Gang
yeah.
raping like a little
I'm just
boy.
gonna keep. I'm
Chill,
just gonna.
chill.
If I
The
feel
boy
like I
has
gotta
been
interrupt, I'm gonna
booty
interrupt. I
raping
don't
this
care.
nigga, bro. Bro, chill, bro. Chill out.
No, no,
Y'all
no.
getting Hold up, wait. Y'all getting circular. You should just conclude and then leave it to the
Yeah,
recording.
yeah. So yeah, we'll just
I just
conclude.
think
They've
Dennis
already
getting more
the
retarded by
recording
the
already
day,
heard
bro.
that.
First, this nigga middle.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that it literally clarifies that he doesn't like the Espada, but he only likes Ulquiorra because of his strength. It even clarifies that Ulquiorra is the only person he follows because of his strength. So that implies Ulquiorra is in a bubble by himself, and the other Espada don't meet these requirements. So that's literally just like
Okay,
that's not
you done?
indicative of him being
I
strong
don't think I
anyway.
even need to conclude. 'Cause I think my 5 minutes of like verbally abusing this
That's
child
fine. You
speaks
can
for
think you
itself.
verbally abused me.
So,
That's
do you
fine. I
have
don't
any
care.
other
I don't
line
care.
of scaling, or
I
is
don't
this where
care.
your scaling
Something
stops?
else.
Because if that's the
Something else.
case, then this is
Okay.
a whole debate.
Something else. That's something else. Okay. You agree? You agree? Aizen says Ishin is relative to him, right? Which is equal.
You wait. Who says who's is relative to who?
Aizen says Ishin is equal.
Equal to who?
Aizen says Ishin Ichigo's dad. That's equal.
Oh, equal to him? To
Yeah,
Aizen?
he said.
You said
Yeah,
the
he says
scan?
verbatim. Right? He says to Ichigo that people should not even like put distance between themselves unless they're equal in the fight. But then when Ishin came and put distance between him and Aizen, he was like, "Oh, that's a good tactic."
You
So that
just said
implies
the scan. Just said
this
the scan.
okay.
Uh, Give me 1 second. When was that fight with Aizen and Ichigo? That was after Ichigo returned from the
Yeah, when he got his
Wakamundo.
full
Is that true?
Shihatsu after Unohana
Is,
healed them.
is that when he returned from Wakamundo?
Yeah, after he got his full Shihatsu back, cause like Unohana healed them. Yeah.
Okay, so I could like just refute that with this. So, if that were to be true, that would imply Ishin would be above Ichigo, correct?
Yeah,
Are you, you would be implying that Ishin's above Ichigo, correct?
that's fine.
Okay, but the issue here is whenever whenever Aizen starts to form with the Hogyoku, Ichigo is the only one who's able to sense Aizen's spiritual pressure, implying that Ichigo is the most relative to Aizen. So that would just debunk Ishin being above Ichigo, and if he's below Ichigo, he's not relative.
I just think
So
that
that's
means he has
your
better
argument.
sensing. I just think he has better sensing. That doesn't mean he has better strength.
Better, do you think Ichigo, in a state of distress and despair, can
Yes,
sense spiritual pressure
yes,
better than
yes,
Okay,
yes, and that has nothing to do with AP. Has
okay,
nothing to do with AP.
so on top of that, whenever Ichigo tells his father Ishin that he did in fact can sense Aizen's spiritual pressure, Ishin is incredibly shocked, and he says, "Okay, well, this is even more important for us to train." Even more implying that Ichigo is actually relative to Aizen, and it's not
No,
just
that's not what that
Ichigo
implies.
sensing abilities.
That implies that Ichigo needs to train to beat Aizen.
No, okay, that I guess, but like that's
Yeah,
not where
so
we're
then that's
going with
different.
this.
Yeah, so
So
nice,
like,
good
okay,
argument.
so here's the issue: if you're trying to claim Ishin above Ichigo, and Ichigo is only able to sense Aizen's spiritual pressure because he's better at sensing, even though that has nothing to do with it, because Aizen himself states that the reason no one else can sense him is because he's on a completely different plane of existence as far as
Yeah,
his
but that's just
spiritual
wrong.
pressure
But
goes.
like, whatever.
So it really doesn't matter how good your sensing
That's just
ability is.
wrong because Aizen
Nonetheless,
says that, right? Aizen says that, right? Yeah, he considers himself to be like below Yamamoto,
give me 1 second.
right?
I'll find a scan. Since you
I'm
want to
saying the
like,
statement is wrong. It's just fine. I know that exists. I'm just saying it's wrong.
you saying it's wrong? You saying Aizen's
Yeah,
statements are wrong? Are you trying to?
yeah. Because I'm talking about specifically like he has to lower himself for him to be sensed. Because we know that you can have trended sense to spiritual pressure and still just be sensed by people lower than you.
Yeah, that's true. But he states that he would
Okay,
have to
so
lower himself to their level.
no,
There's no.
but obvious. Okay, watch this. Aizen in base thinks he's weaker than Yamamoto, but he thinks he's stronger than like Shinsui and all the captains combined, and like minus Kenpachi obviously, since like the novel. It stated that Yamamoto has transcendental spiritual pressure, so that would imply that they wouldn't be able to sense him, but they do know he has this type of spiritual pressure because they sense him before in the Soul Society.
Wait, are you talking about Yamamoto? They're sensing Yamamoto.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I'll get that scan. Like he has transcendental
So
spiritual
okay, let's go off your train of thought. Let's say you said Aizen has to lower his spiritual pressure for people to sense him. You say Yamamoto is equal to Aizen in spiritual pressure, and then we go on to say that whenever he was transforming with the Hogyoku, no one could sense Aizen, but people can sense Yamamoto's spiritual pressure. This would imply that Yamamoto is purposely lowering his spiritual pressure, but you have no evidence to propose
Why would
that
he
Aizen was
purposely
lowering
lower
his
himself
spiritual
against
pressure. So Ichigo
Aizen?
could sense.
Why would he
So like I don't know
purposely
why
lower
you run
himself against Aizen? Why
what.
would he purposely lower himself against Aizen and Shunsui in the Soul Society arc when he was trying to kill both of them.
Oh wait, are you wait? What are you wait? You're referring to Soul Society arc?
Yeah, I'm saying that it stated that that Yamamoto has transcendental spiritual pressure. It stated that in the Soul Society arc, right? And at that time, he was trying to kill
Wait, can you send
Sunsuke
that scan
Kataku.
real quick?
Yeah, I
I just
got
want to
you.
see it. But
Yeah, he was trying to kill Sunsuke Kataku because he thought like they were traitors, right? He was like bloodlusted as shit, and they were just making like, oh, he has this type of spiritual pressure we can sense him and stuff.
sure.
And Aizen considers himself to be below Yamamoto, right? And obviously, you have to lower yourself to to be sensed by your
Okay.
logic. That would just mean that Aizen wouldn't be sensed by Sensui and Yamamoto, Sensui and Ukitake, but Aizen still considers himself to be above him. Yet they can still sense someone above Aizen. So
Okay, so
I just think it's relevant to how good you are at sensing somebody and not just your strength.
so you said why would Yamamoto lower his spiritual pressure? Can you prove that would impact his fighting ability at all? Because we know that some of the people in the Ghetto, not Ghetto, it was the stealth force. So Shun states that she's able to mask her spiritual pressure, implying she could also just lower it as well. So can you tell me why Yamamoto lowering his spiritual pressure so other people can sense him would imply that his attack potency or anything like that would also go down with it?
That would
Because
just mean that if he's holding back certain techniques, that would just mean he's just holding back.
no, who said he's holding back? You can just lower your spiritual pressure. We know this gets
Yeah,
so
lowering your spiritual pressure would obviously lower your output.
No, it wouldn't. No. So here's the issue: is that Sophune was able to lower her spiritual pressure to where she couldn't be sensed by one of the Quincy's, but it did not impact her fighting ability because she was still able to blitz said
I don't think you can
Quincy.
prove that.
Do you think what? Wait, what?
I don't think you can prove that her lowering her abilities didn't her spiritual pressure didn't affect her abilities.
Well, because she presents the same feats, if not higher. So therefore, this would show us that her attack,
What same feat? Like what?
was
What
not
same
hindered
feat? What
by
same
lowering
feat?
her
What same
spiritual
feat?
pressure. So
What
what are you
same
trying
feat?
to say?
What same feat? What same feat?
What same? Actually, her feat actually improved because the first time she fought this Quincy, they fucked her up. But then the second time they fought,
beat her up.
she
Yeah.
proceeded to blitz him and take off his like machine gun or whatever.
Yeah, you
You
know
want me to
she
get
did that because she was amped, right? She had the fucking whatchamacallit pill,
what?
the hollow pill. I'm pretty sure they had the captains had the hollow pill the second time they fought, or
Wait,
like
what'd
the
you say?
Bankai's got returned. The captains got the hollow pill, and their Bankai's returned, so they
No,
were just amped.
no. She didn't get the hollow pill till far after. Because what happened is actually I don't really have to explain it, but like I can just tell you that she didn't get the hollow pills till long after. Uh, So like, because it was almost midway in their fight that the captains got amped by the hollow pills. So what's your
And they were like losing beforehand, right?
Shofun still blitzed the nigga, but like they weren't
Okay.
necessarily. Well, not
Could he
all of
not?
them
Could
were
he not
losing.
blitz
But,
him
like
before?
not all of them were losing. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Could you not blitz him before? Like, can you prove she couldn't blitz him before?
She got his. You want me to talk about the first fight they had where he beat the shit out
I
of.
agree she lost the first fight, but I don't remember if she blitzed him or not. Like,
You want me to prove that she couldn't blitz him even though he beat the shit out of her the first time they fought? That's what you're asking me? Ghetto?
I'm saying that sure, I don't care. It's fine.
Yes? Okay, I'm glad you're
Yeah, I'm an ape right now. Like I'll
so
ask any question I want to.
with that statement you literally just made, I think just via logic, I wouldn't even have to
Not really. Like you know you can't blitz somebody but lose because like you can stop attacking and like why you stop attacking?
What
They
you
can
just
attack
said.
very well.
Because you just said yes to that. So like is this all?
What? You can literally like lose a fight while blitzing somebody. Like that's not unlikely.
That's not why I bring it up, but cool, I guess. If that's why you think I bring it up to prove that she could beat him in a fight, that's really nice, my dude.
That's not the point.
So
I'm saying like can you prove?
can you just
I'm
agree
saying
to the fact that you want me to prove that that whenever that she couldn't blitz the guy, even though the guy was lost.
Like, I agree. I agree. She beat him. She lost to him. But yeah, I want you to prove that she couldn't blitz him. Go ahead. I want you to
You
prove
want
it
me to
negative.
prove that she couldn't blitz the guy that was beating the shit out of her?
Yeah,
Are you
go
trying
ahead.
to say if she could blitz him, that that he would beat the shit out of her, even though he's getting blitzed? Is that what you want me to?
I'm saying you could blitz somebody but still lose, right? So that's fine if she lost, right?
Well,
I just want you
the
to.
whole reason I brought this up wasn't to prove that she could beat him in the fight. The whole reason I brought this up is to prove that
I'm just saying her losing is not accounting.
Hiding her spiritual pressure. That's the whole reason.
That wasn't the point I brought it up. I'm just saying her losing is not accounting.
Can you refute this or no? You know?
Her losing is not accounting. That's why I brought it up.
Her losing is not a what?
Her losing would not be a counter. That's why I brought it up. How you can blitz somebody and lose a fight. That's why I brought it up.
Give me 1 second. I might be able to go. I gotta figure out whenever the Quincy's first attacked the Soul Society.
That's fine. I'm
Oh.
like, I don't care.
Anyway, wait.
That's a relevant question.
I forget. When is I'm here? So I think like maybe like 367. Maybe that was when they attacked. No, that's not even close. Where am I? Why is all this skipped? Oh, that's the Fullbringer arc. Yeah, that's why I skipped all that dumb shit. Don't know why all my homies hate the Fullbringer arc. OMG. Yeah, it's trash. There's only one line of scaling, and that's when the Ichigo breaks off of some dude's like dimension, and people like use this.
Not Genzo. What's that nigga name? Yukio? No, I don't even know his name. He's a fucking weirdo playing video games all day.
Yeah, the dude just likes playing games. I don't really care for him. I mean, like, do I have to send you the fucking her blitzing the dude? I can just send like her beating the shit out of him in general. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
so like, and the dude beat the shit out of her in general. So like, in the previous fight. So like, that would just be enough evidence, I believe. Give me 1 second. Captains, Soy Phone, BG9, first half of the fight. Blitz this nigga. Cloak your spirits repressor. Perfected. Second. See, blitz this nigga twice, bro. Okay. Well, I could just send like everything that happened. Oh fuck! I did send it in scans. Okay. But, like basically, did I send her taking his gun twice? I didn't mean to do that. Get rid of that. So yeah, see, blitz this nigga twice, my brother. Like, do you like really want to argue? Like, you really want to argue this point, dude? Like, she took the gun. She took the bullets out this dude's gun. Like, stop fucking with me. This dude's acting like a retard. Okay, that's funny. Anyway, like, bro,
his girl's laughing at you.
I think this is all I really need to show you, my dude. Because like, you're really either you're gonna be like in denial. He left. He came back. Stop poking me, bro. I'm in a debate. They can hear you, bro.
Are you talking for the last 2 minutes or something?
You're funny. Okay. Anyway, Ghetto, you back?
Yeah, I couldn't hear
So
you.
like, so yeah, man. I sent you like her blitzing this dude, taking his gun, taking the bullets out his gun, and then proceeding to blitz him again. Like, do you believe that's like not more than enough evidence to propose that her fighting potential did not go down? Like,
I just think she was just always that fast. That's fine.
Always that fast? You want to make that claim? Can you prove that? You made that claim.
I'll just say based off of she's that fast. That's fine.
Based off of what she was always that fast?
That's fine.
No, prove she was always that fast.
I mean, that's her using Shunko. Did she use Shunko in her first fight?
No,
she got Bankai in one fight.
Can you prove she was always that fast? Or
yeah,
like,
okay. So in the first fight, she wasn't using Shunko, and she got her Bankai stolen and beat up.
Prove
that? The second fight, I don't think you can
prove that.
Bro, that literally happened. I'm not getting that. I don't care. It happened. I'm not getting it.
Did it happen, bro?
I'm not getting it. It happened. It just happened. I don't care.
Don't worry, bro. Give me 1 second. Because you made the claim she's always that fast. You haven't sent me any evidence.
Obviously, in the second, here's what happened. First fight, she activates Bankais. Her Bankais get stolen. She gets beat up. Second fight, comes back with Shunko, blitzes that nigga. Her Bankai comes back and shit. She wins. That's it. Like, her Shunko can just be that fast. Like, I don't care.
Her what is that fast?
Her Shunko, that fucking weird ass shit they have. Shunko.
She didn't use it when she first blitzed him.
It says Shunko.
So what's your Shunko? That's her. You talking about her ability, or?
Yeah, she did use it.
Not when she first blitzed him, and what I just showed you.
I think she does.
If anything, I would show, so if you're trying to make the argument, she used that ability and blitzed the nigga, but in this fight, she didn't have to use the ability. No, she used the ability, lost the fight. In this fight, she didn't use it and blitzed him. That like only helps my case more.
The fight she lost beforehand. She didn't even know how fast or strong he was, and she used her Bankai, and obviously it got stolen. She was off guard. That's the shit. In the second fight, she had knowledge, and with this knowledge, she just went her Shunko instantly. and because of that, she was able to blitz him.
She ain't going the thing instantly. She blitzed him without it. What are you talking about? I
I
just told you
don't
this.
think you can like. I think the scans you posted quite literally shows she blitzed him with it.
No, I'm talking about the first one, bro. The first one she didn't have it activated. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Wait, oh, maybe she did. Wait, let me check. Maybe
Yeah,
she did.
because she's on the building from the other side, and she's like, "Yo, this is Shunko."
She had this shit activated or whatever the fuck. But what was the? So what were you saying again about?
I'm saying that her Shunko can always be that fast. That's fine.
You're saying that form of her was always that fast?
Yeah, that's fine.
And this all dragged from what point exactly? It was like
You were arguing that like you can lower your spiritual pressure and you won't lower yourself. But I was like, yeah, you do. Like,
oh yeah, and then you were like, yeah. Whenever you lower your spiritual pressure, it does affect you.
You're lowering the output of your spirit and shit.
So like, okay, that's really cool. But so here's the thing, right? So in the other fight, you said I'll say this ability was hers was always that fast. Even though she never showed her using the ability in the other fight. So like that's just an assumption to begin with that her shit was always that fast. Like that by itself is already an assumption.
Really,
I don't think.
I think we see her blitz with that technique. So
what
we see the feat happen that her technique is that fast. So
wait, what'd you say?
We see the technique is that fast. So I think it's not an assumption.
No, I was referring to her previous fight.
She
so
didn't use
so here's the thing. So if she was getting absolutely mollywopped
without
without
the ability, yes, without the ability, she was getting mollywopped.
Wait, give me 1 second. I'm about to go find her fight with the dude right now as we speak. Actually, and then you said lowering your spiritual pressure makes you like be weaker, right? You said that.
Yeah.
Can you send me a scan of that being stated, by the way, like while we're here?
Okay, I'll give a good example. You remember like Kenpachi versus Ichigo?
Wait, what?
Remember Kenpachi versus Ichigo?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Kenpachi's like I have to not subconscious. He has to, like he said consciously or subconsciously. He says one. He has to lower his spiritual pressure in order for like Ichigo to like not get shit on.
Wait. What do you say?
Kenpachi was like my like he was like my passive flow Ryatsu is like so much stronger than yours. So it's like netting me right now.
Wait, can you show me that scan real quick?
Dog.
Do you have it? I might have it. I might be scared to send it myself, but
Kenpachi versus Ichigo. Which chapter?
Absolutely dog walk, bro, like a kid. But
let's see. This happened in chapter.
Did Soulphone get like off screen? Like
yeah.
Like
all what happened to it, she activated Bankai. Her shit got stolen and she got clapped. Like that's it. That's all that happened.
Wait, it didn't even show her. Like it didn't even like show her fight. We just know she lost it. She lost the fight. So here's the thing: if it didn't show her fight and we know she lost, can you give me a reason why she wouldn't use her ability?
Maybe she just got fucking beat up before she activated
it. So she got off screen. You can't prove she didn't use her ability. You have no evidence to suppose that she wouldn't use the ability.
You kind of need to prove she did use the ability to prove like she did get faster or something.
Wait, what'd you say?
You kind of need to prove she did use the ability because I'm pretty sure you brought it up first. You need to prove.
Brought what up first? That I never brought up first that she didn't use it. Or like
you brought no. I'm saying you brought up that she like you're trying to say like she lost the previous fight as like an equation to her not equation equalization to say she did better in the second fight, right? But that would imply she was that fast in the first fight. So you need to fulfill your burden to prove that.
Well, like so wait, give me 1 second. I'll go look at their fight really fast. This is I'm pretty sure she just like wait, give me 1 second. I'm about to put in.
I aping.
What?
I'm aping.
Yeah, it's cool, dude.
Jesus. I think you said it first, so I think it's your burden.
I mean,
I'm
Mega's not
almost
doing the
100%
two.
sure he rung up Surf Phone first. Like I feel like that 100% happened because I don't remember ever saying. Wait, I know I rung up Surf Phone
No,
concealing your.
what happened was you tried to say like oh, Soifan's able to lower her spiritual pressure and like fight and shit and not be any effect happening. I'm like, well, when was that? And then you brought up how like she got fucked up in the first fight, but in the second fight she was blitzing the nigga. So like obviously you're trying to like equalize the two, implying like she like one she's faster and one she's slower. But if she just didn't use a technique that make her that fast, then you can't equate them at all.
Give me 1 second. Can't. Wait. What is does the technique amp speed? I'm not even
Yeah.
sure if it does. Give me 1 second. I don't even know if it amps speed because I forget what the technique does. I know your Richi was talking about it, but I don't even know if it necessarily amps your speed. Give me a second. But like, how did we get here again? Because like, oh yeah, it was the Eisen shit. It was about the
Yeah.
It was about like Eisen like. You said that like Yabo. Wait, so what was your argument again with the Soul Society
I was
shit?
arguing that Aizen, right, is above all captains except for Yamamoto. Yamamoto has transcended spiritual pressure as stated by like Sensu Ukutake. And by Aizen's logic, he has to lower himself for other people to sense him, right? But these people who are below Yamamoto can still sense Yamamoto, even though we know Yamamoto was trying to kill these people and going all out because he thought they were traitors. Just like how he was against Aizen.
Okay. Okay. Now I see what you mean. So you're saying that because they were able to sense Yamamoto, they're as like. What were you trying to argue there again?
I'm trying to argue that being able to sense something is just an example of how good your sensing skills is and not how strong you are.
Well, and like, what was your evidence for this again? Because they were able to sense Yamamoto.
Yes, and Yamamoto is supposed to be like way stronger than them since Aizen feels like he's above everybody, but
You
like
don't
Yamamoto.
understand that like this was the Aizen that they couldn't sense his spiritual pressure. That was the one that merged with the Hogyoku. That was not the base Aizen that was fighting Yamamoto, bro.
That's not the problem. The problem is like the problem is that still implies that you have to like lower yourself for people to sense you.
And wait, no, because Aizen didn't transcend anyone in the Soul Society. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you, that like in the Soul Society art, no one was that much stronger than anyone that they couldn't sense the spirit. That's a phenomenon.
Here's a better example. You understand like Gin slaps Aizen and Gin forces Aizen, he like forces. Aizen concedes the ideal that he surpassed all Soul Reapers.
Wait, dude, that's cool. Like,
yeah.
Yes. So you can be stronger than all the Soul Reapers, okay? But it doesn't mean
no.
that.
The problem with that, right? The problem with that, right, is that
what?
Aizen at that point, if he's trying to say earlier that he's beyond all hollows and all Soul Reapers, but then he concedes that because Gin slaps him with his sword, right? And Gin's below Yamamoto. I can like.
What do you mean? Gin slapped him with his sword. He was off guard.
No. Aizen was not off guard because for one, he wanted to see. He already knew Gin was going to do this, and he went to see this, right? And not only that, he agrees that because Gin did that, that he wasn't even transcended compared to all hollows and supers yet.
Okay. So one, you said Gin slapped him. Then I said Gin caught him off guard. Then you said no, he didn't catch him off guard. Aizen wanted him to do it. So how does this scale to Aizen exactly? If Aizen wanted him to do it,
because Aizen would have been fully on guard, right? He would have knew this attack was happening, and not only that, Aizen blatantly concedes the fact that he was not transcended to all hollows and Soul Reapers because Gin did that feat.
That was cool, like merge with him. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but he still had transcended spiritual pressure, right?
Proof he had transcendent spiritual pressure. Prove that.
Ishin said he couldn't sense him by your logic.
That was after he merged with the Hogyoku.
No,
what do you?
The Gin thing happened after the Ishin fight.
Wait, okay, dude. So this is wait. Give me 1 second. The game thing happened after the Ishin fight. Wait. Well,
Yeah.
give me a second. No, because no, I could have sworn what happened is
What happened is Aizen has the chrysalis over his face, right? You don't see Aizen's face. He beats Gin, like the bleach Sani and shit. Then the chrysalis falls off his face. You see Aizen's face. They go to then Aizen and Gin go to the real fake Karakura town, and then Gin portrays him, takes the Hokyoku. Aizen's like, yo, bro, I haven't transcended everybody yet. And then he gets another amp. He's like, now I no longer need that shit, and now I am actually transcended.
then
That's really
he
what happened.
takes and then the Sheen statement. What is the fucking Sheen statement, bro?
The
Like
Gin, what Sheen's statement? Like we talk about.
the Ishin statement. But like
Ishin, oh yeah, Ishin
yeah.
says he can't sense them, so that proves that
Trying
like
to argue
sensing
here.
not strength based. Like
So what are you trying to argue here again, bro?
I'm
Because
trying
like
to
it's really
trying to argue that Yamamoto, right, is above he's above that Aizen. He's just above that Aizen.
Yamamoto is above the Aizen that was transcendent and spiritual pressure.
Yes, yes. The one
And
that
your
Gin,
evidence
the one
for
that
this
Gin
was-
flags.
and
The
your
one that
evidence
Gin
for this
flags.
was what?
My evidence. Well, there's a statement that's saying that no one surpassed Yamamoto in the last 1,000 years, and we know during a flashback that was 100 years ago, Gin was a small ass child, so Gin isn't that old.
Okay, that's cool. So like so you're trying to say that Gin scales to that Aizen and like
Yep.
Gin scales under Yamamoto. Is that what you're trying to
Yep.
argue here?
Mm-hmm.
And then so like you even conceded that Aizen wanted Gin to do that. So like
Yeah,
where
but I'm arguing that like that would have been Aizen has full power because he wanted to test himself, and he even concedes even after it happens that he wasn't transferred to everybody yet.
Okay, you're saying it's Aizen at full power, blah blah blah, but listen, dude, I don't really care if Aizen was at full power if you conceded that Aizen wanted Ging to do that. That means Ging doesn't scale to Aizen. If Aizen wanted
what
to
the
do
hell?
that because he wanted Ging to make him stronger, then why are you trying to scale Ging to Aizen? That doesn't make any sense.
Because obviously, like Kenpachi said earlier, oh, if I'm so much stronger than you, your attack doesn't affect me, but it actually does affect Aizen, right? And not only that, Aizen thinks just from that happening, he wasn't even transcend to everybody. He didn't transcend everybody. He thinks his prior statement was wrong because of that.
Wait, what'd you say?
Aizen thinks his prior statements of him being transcended to everybody was wrong at the time because of that.
Okay, but like, so what was your evidence for like oh yeah so like here, dude, you have to understand the difference here is that whenever Aizen was completely transcendent, people couldn't sense the spiritual pressure. That did not happen whenever Gin was fighting him. Okay, so do you agree to that, correct?
Sure.
That okay, cool. That's nice. And then you go on to say that Kenpachi made a statement that whenever his casual aura that just flows out of him is higher than the concentrated aura or spiritual pressure in your sword, you can't cut that person. So it's easy to say that Aizen's skill scales well above Gin, and it's just that whenever Gin is focusing all his spiritual pressure into his blade, he's able to bypass the very, very little defense that Aizen is already putting up because you conceded to yourself that Aizen wanted to get hit. So this is an Aizen who wants to get hit.
Oh my god, you're so slow.
All of his spiritual
You
pressure.
wanting to get hit does not change anything because Aizen obviously wanted to test himself, wanted to see what Gin would do. And I already brought up the statement that Aizen did not think he was above everybody because of that feat.
Okay, dude, you gotta stop cutting me off, dude. Like it's getting
Bro,
like
please
so.
address Aizen did not think he was above everybody because of that feat. Can you address that?
Wait, what do you want me to address, dude?
Aizen did not think he was above everybody because of that feat.
Didn't think he was above. When did I say that, dude?
No, I'm bringing it up to scale Yamamoto.
Okay, dude, sure. Yamamoto scales above Gin, but you haven't provided me any evidence that Gin scales to Aizen. All we know is that
the problem is Aizen is making this deduction of people of him not being him being above people because of what Gin did. And all I need is that if Yamamoto scales above that Aizen, that means people can't sense him, right? People of like lower than base Aizen just shouldn't be able to sense him, yet they just do. They just do.
Okay, we gotta go one thing at a time. Okay, so you said would you say like dude? Oh yeah, that's what you said. That he made this statement because Gin heard him that he isn't completely transcendental or whatever the fuck above everyone else. But like just because he isn't so high that his spiritual pressure isn't even conceived by lower soul reapers, that doesn't mean he still doesn't scale miles ahead of Gin. Like you're making this big claim that you're trying to pit some kind of relativity between them. You admitted yourself that Aizen wanted to get hit. If Aizen
But
wanted to, he
yeah,
probably
but
could have just fucking
you want to
dodged
get
that
hit does
shit.
not mean you're like suppressed at all. That's a dumbass argument if you try to
Just
say
because,
that.
dude, you have no idea the giant gap that it is between someone's sword that is highly focused with their spiritual pressure and the casual aura of a non-trying Aizen that's just flowing
Ruby
out
is
of him
not
naturally.
trying. Ruby is not trying. Why don't you
You
prove
cannot
that?
get any form of relativity off of this. And you keep
Ruby
trying to
wasn't
get some
trying.
relativity
Glenn
off of
Ruby
this, but you
wasn't
can't.
trying. Glenn Ruby wasn't trying. I would love that.
What?
He wasn't trying.
He wasn't trying. Aizen?
Yeah, prove that. Prove wasn't trying.
You said it yourself. You said Aizen wanted to get hit. Oh, you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
disagree
why
with
does
your
him
own
wanting to get hit mean
place.
he wasn't trying? I want you to go ahead and connect that.
Oh yeah, that would be what you dude. If he didn't want to get hit, that would imply that he would. Well, actually, no, that wouldn't even imply he would have to try not to get hit by fucking Ging. Ging's so fucking low. But if he's not trying to get to Ging, or not, well, that's the wrong way to put it. If he wants Ging to hit him, what implies that he's trying?
The fact that he wants to evolve and test himself more.
Wait, no, but if he tries and he blocks Gein's attack or he moves out the way, he's not gonna be able to evolve because Gein wouldn't fuck him up. So what are you gonna say?
The whole point about Aizen, right, is because his character is that he wants to find someone that is of his level, that equal to be exact, equal. So his feelings can be understood, right? And he wanted to use the Hokyoku to help him achieve that goal, right? And suppressing himself and not trying to how do I say, push his evolution further to help to achieve his goal would just be wasting time. And not only that, the fact that if you let Yamamoto above that Aizen follow, then you cannot claim that these people who is like weaker than like what base Aizen, right? And mind you, someone equal to base Aizen couldn't sense a weaker form of Aizen. So that would imply that Shinsuke and Ukitake shouldn't be able to sense Yamamoto at all. But they can. They can. It
Okay,
makes
your
no
whole
sense.
scaling. This is the issue with this. Okay, your whole scaling relies on Gein being in any way, shape,
No,
or
it
form
doesn't. You just
relative.
agree that Yamamoto's above that Aizen.
You can't prove that, dude.
Okay, you agree Yamamoto's above that Aizen, right?
What?
You agree Yamamoto's above that Aizen, right?
Yamamoto is above a non-Hogyoku Aizen? Sure.
No, the Aizen that Gin hurt.
The Aizen that Gein hurt wasn't Hogyoku.
Yes, he was. He had
Dude,
the
okay.
Hokyoku, and Gin ripped that shit out of him. Gin just ripped that shit out of him.
Oh yeah. That form was that was when he just got the Hogyoku. Right? Give me 1 second.
No. Okay, you obviously don't understand it. Like, yeah.
Wait. I'm about to go back to the thing so I can.
That was the way it happened is Aizen was like some used the Hokyoku against Ichigo, and then he got the armor against like Asian in them, and then he got the armor off his face, and that was his third evolution. And then fourth evolution was after Gin took out the Hokyoku, and he evolved even further. Like,
oh, so true. Give me 1 second. I gotta go tell my mom. So give me a second.
Hey, Mom, can you get this bitch away from me? I'm trying to debate Bleach.
God damn.
Jin, there's no way you actually believe you're scaling.
Bro, I'm tired of shit. I don't care about my scaling. What the fuck?
Go to sleep.
I do believe in that Gin thing though, because Aizen does this blatantly state out. I'm pretty sure he does just say like Gin like heard him. He's like, oh shit, I wasn't transcended then, but I'm transcended now after he evolved. Whether that means other people from back then scale, that's up for your interpretation. I'm just gonna type this out. Okay.
I need to create the softest roll.
Um.
Hey yo, hey, my fucking laptop like turned off. I'm on my phone right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, dude. So basically, like I don't really feel like going to the chapters, so I'm just gonna say when does the statement about Aizen's strength when is it said?
Which
Like
one?
if it's said, okay, I'm just gonna put it like this simply to you. So do you concede that the Hogoku is constantly evolving Aizen? Like, do you concede that?
Constantly? No, I don't think it's always evolving him. I think it
What do you
evolves
mean?
based
You don't think it's
on.
constantly evolving him to make him stronger?
No, I think there's like certain points when like you absolutely see it change his body and gives him like full things. Other than that, it just should just be
You-
there.
uh, Wait, so when was it? It was like Aizen was who was Aizen fighting whenever he went into the catalyst form?
He was fighting like Ishin and them.
Okay, can you prove that Ishin and them they were doing enough damage to force a evolution right there? Because if not,
That was not
then
why.
I would be like more than enough evidence to propose that it's constantly evolving him.
No, I brought it up. The reason I brought up the Aizen thing because I'm trying to say that Aizen and Ishin are equal. I posted the evidence for that above the fucking Ninja Turtle shit.
Then it is it.
Ishin can't sense that fucking chrysalis Aizen that he fought with like Yoriki. So that would imply anyone who's equal to
Wait, what does he
Aizen.
say then? Wait, let me see.
What are you talking about?
Can you send the scan of him saying he can't sense that Chrysalis Aizen? Because I'm pretty
Didn't he
sure
use
he
that
only
as a
talked
thing?
about sensing Aizen whenever he's having a
Yeah,
conversation with Ichigo after like
yeah.
Aizen like already dipped with Gin.
Here, I'll just bring this up.
Yeah, so I think that's when it happens. So but anyway. Just to restate what's happening here. You said Aizen said to Ichigo that the difference like being taking distance from an opponent is only valid whenever you have the same strength. He's like, but to me that doesn't apply. He like glitches Ichigo. Then you say whenever Ishin took distance from Aizen, he said that's a good plan. And then like that was your evidence for relativity,
Yes,
or like not relativity, but like pitting him above Ichigo.
yes. Like,
And then
because obviously, like Aizen would be like conducting Ishin somewhat relative to himself in the first place to make that statement.
wait, what'd you say?
Ishin would be making that statement as relativity. Because Aizen says only distant matters of combatants of equal strength, and obviously Ishin does
Where's the
that.
you sent the Ishin scan up in the chat, right? Oh shit, what did you why is he squeaking like that? Why'd he bark at you? Okay, whatever. Don't worry about it. Give me 1 second. I'm looking
Here's
in
the Ishin thing.
the scans.
Ishin
There's
literally
no.
says he can't tempt the Aizen he fought with like you're reaching in them. That's the second Aizen with the shit over his face. Silver.
Wait, what did he say? There's no doubt he's terrifyingly strong, but even so, when you fight him or cut him, it feels like there's nothing there. As he is probably only someone standing in the same place. Oh, it would be able to feel his power, and then where's your scan of like Aizen saying like it's a good plan for Ishin to like keep his distance?
It's above the Ninja Turtle scan that this nigga Ku Klux Klan member sent.
And like, and you think that pits him relative to Aizen?
Base Aizen specifically, yes.
Wait, what'd you say?
Base Aizen, because Aizen says that distance only matters between two combatants of equal strength, and then once
Yeah, wait up, the dog's barking. Give me a second.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, dude, wait, Carl.
What?
Your mic is ass as fuck, the boy.
It got
Are
bro.
you off of me?
I'm dying. Oh
This
shit!
kid. I cannot take you with me.
It got worse out of nowhere. I don't know how to your
Just
mic.
go with me and then come back.
All right. Okay. Can I come back? Cause I gotta take this woman home, and like she's
Bro.
not
I
letting me
I
just like
don't
leave
care.
her, so like I can debate you.
Look. I'm gonna say right.
Is that your
If you have a
girl?
girlfriend, look. I'm gonna say
Like,
do
it's
not. I'm
about
gonna
this
say this
woman.
right now. Everybody in VC. Do
Listen, bro.
not
I
prioritize
gotta take this
debating
woman
me
home, bro.
over taking your girl home, bro. I am not above your girlfriend. Fucking take care of your girlfriend. I don't care,
All right, bro. All right, we're we continue this later. I gotta go.
bro. Like
Oh
this
fuck.
is like so odd that you decided to debate me rather than spend time with your girlfriend. That is so odd. Do not do that. I do not want to do that special. I'm
I
not
agree
that
with
special.
that too. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, his
Sounds
girlfriend
like
likes
doing.
listening to the debate shit.
Does he? That might be a
Bro,
dub, but
I
that might
heard
be
her
rude.
mid debate, like his girl is in the background, like
No, like I talked to him in a private call, and she was like, "Oh my god, what did they talk